Once a man pleases God, he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. Once a man pleases God, he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. Hello everyone, it's D and Z TV once again, and we are here to do one thing, which is to give you all the legitimate information of everything that's happening in the Oni of Ife's Palace and also the entertainment industry at large. I want to say a super thank you to all of you, our fans, who have always been commenting on our videos, liking, sharing, and keeping the flames alive. We're here to serve you. So if there's anything you want us to talk about on this channel, let us know, and guess what? We will talk about it. All right. So there's this slogan that God, the one who does not have a cow that has no tail, it's actually God that drives away flies from his back. It's an African adage, but it can actually be corroborated to what's happening in the palace of Oni of Ife right now. As Olori Ronke and Miriam are busy fighting themselves over nothing, they are really fighting themselves. There's so much tussle for control. There's so much tussle for control of power. There's so much tussle for control of who leads and who controls and who does what. All of this is actually making us know that the God of Naomi is still alive. Yes, the God of Naomi is still alive. Now, Miriam said something that is very implicative. Miriam said, if I can deal with Naomi, you are a small fish to fry. Telling Ronke. So, what does this connote? What can you understand by this kind of statement? If I can deal with Naomi, I don't know. Are you getting the picture? What it actually just means is that there's every tendency and possibility that Miriam has a hand in what is happening to Naomi right now. I mean, for her to open her mouth and say, if I can deal with Naomi. No, I just want you to understand though, so that it will not be now look as if I am the person that is imposing or putting it on them. If I can deal with Naomi, you're too small a fish for me to fry. If somebody can open her mouth to say this kind of thing, it just means one thing, that there is every tendency that Miriam has a hand in what is happening to Naomi. Yeah, she might be smiling now, she might be excited now, but it's not going to be too long. It's not going to be too long. There's going to be some very serious expositions. She will be exposed. Yes. How can she openly say, there's a way God wants to disgrace you. No, is it God or a devil? There's a way the devil wants to disgrace you. He won't even make you know when you say some certain things they're going to say. Because I am sure that she was not ready to divulge that information. Yes, she wasn't ready to divulge that information. It just came suddenly, and she didn't know how, and she didn't know when. But it just came suddenly. And it coming suddenly now, she now felt very bad. She had to hold herself. But it was already too late because the information has already gone round. Yes, the information has already gone round. There's this level of toxicity in Miriam that one cannot understand. And the beautiful thing about it is, Ronke is really paying for what she did. Ronke naturally is supposed to be one of the most matured person in the palace. But guess what? She has never lived to her bidding. She has never lived that, brought herself to that level of being a good housewife who will rather want peace and harmony to encompass the palace. Rather, all she does is to see how she practices the pull down syndrome. She was one of those people who were excitedly happy when Naomi went to prison, thinking that okay, as she know now, everything is going to work for her good. But guess what? Miriam is showing her pepper. Miriam is really showing her Ghana pepper, and told her that she's too small a fish to fry. You see, that's why at times it's good for us to just commit our challenges to God's hands. Just hand over everything to God, and guess what? God will just take the lead. Just like God is taking the lead now in the life of Naomi. They thought they put her in prison, but guess what? They put her in a protective covering where she's going to come out to be the president. After all, people leave prison to become something very, very big and very, very exquisite. You see? So now I'm beginning to wonder and think that what was Miriam trying to achieve by sending Olori Naomi to prison? What is she trying to achieve? What cheap political point is she trying to score? Because at this level now, if she can beat her hand on her chest and say, okay, I have been able to put Naomi in prison. Okay, after that now, what next? But now, come on. Shebi, Naomi is in prison and she's here busy fighting with Ronke. And a time will come where they will fight themselves and they will buy themselves. Yes, they are going to buy themselves very, very soon. Sooner than you can even imagine. The level of anger, the level of anguish, the level of hatred that is in the hearts and minds of all of these people is such that no one can comprehend. But there's one good thing about life. In all you do, just make sure that your hands are clean. Because it is said that he who goes to equity must go so with his hands devoid of any form of iniquity. Every form of iniquity in your heart, if you're going to equity, just make sure you do not carry evil. Because once you carry evil, the things that will come around you are such that you cannot understand. The things that will come around you are such that you cannot comprehend. You will struggle, you will fight, you will strive. But in all of this, the best thing for you to do is to surrender to God. Surrender to God. Naomi has sold out herself to God. Once you surrender your life to God, you surrender everything that concerns you to God, God will take the lead. And once God takes the lead, no manipulation of the enemy formed against you shall prosper. Yes, none. For every tongue that rises against you in judgment can never, never stand. That is why in all you do, the best thing for you to do is always to surrender to God. Now imagine, Naomi is in prison, but Ronke and Miriam are busy fighting themselves, threatening themselves, coming out in the open to now say, if Naomi I can handle, you're a small fish to fry. Sister Miriam, no worry. This confession is not be complete today. You are still going to make this confession. But for now, Kodiva, ne. Alright, people, that has been D&Z TV, and we are really super excited that each time we dig up all these stories and bring them, you're always here to give us a listening ear. Do well to comment, like, and share this video. Let's keep the conversation going. Thank you, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.